Kia ora tātou and welcome back to the Wargaming Den. This week's game of Warmaster is something slightly different. I've decided to have a three-way round robin using Chaos, Dark Elves and High Elves. First game is High Elves versus Dark Elves. Points are 1700 and it's just a pitched battle. And here we have the 1700 point High Elf army. It's got 6 units of spears, 3 of archers, 4 of silverhelm cavalry, 2 of reavers, bolt throwers and giant eagles, and it's got 3 characters. 17 units and a break of 8.5. The Dark Elf army has 3 units of spears, 3 of crossbows, 2 witch elves, some dark riders, cold one knights, bolt throwers and harpies, 15 units altogether, breakpoint 7.5. It also has 3 characters, including a general with the scepter of command. And I just simply alternated deploying by brigade with the 2 armies, rolled off to see who went first. So the Dark Elves have got their Dark Riders screening their flank, 2 units of crossbows and witch elves, the idea being to get into this defendable area here, 2 units of cold one knights in the middle, 3 units of spears, ideally getting into this terrain, more cold one knights, bolt throwers, crossbows and harpies to protect that flank. The High Elves have got silverhelms with the giant eagles in behind them. They've got a unit of archers and spears with bolt throwers also attached, and another unit of spears beside them as well. So that's a brigade of 4. 2 units of spears here with 2 units of reavers, and then out wide 2 units of archers and 2 units of spears, and then the silverhelms to protect the flank.
Battle of Three Armies, Game 1. Dark Elves versus High Elves. Each army is 1700 points.
Not a great deal of action. First turn, everyone's out of range for missile fire. The archers advanced onto this hill here. The wizard then rolled an 11 and failed to move the silverhelms. In the centre, the infantry and the reavers also advanced, and on the flank over here, the bolt throwers advanced, as did the archers, but again rolled an 11 with the general this time to command the silverhelm. So yeah, just a typical Warmaster turn in that regard. Bit more success from the Dark Elves on their first turn. Dark Riders got onto the hill over here. Infantry advanced one turn, that's the crossbows and the witch elves, but didn't get a second order to get into here, failed that. Cold ones advanced, as did the spears. Down here though, pushed the infantry into the defended terrain there, but then the sorcerer failed to move the cold ones. So yeah, not a lot of action on turn 1. Not a helpful start from the hero on the eagle for the High Elves. He blundered trying to command the silverhelms on the flank, but this didn't have any effect. Okay, apart from the blunder over here, most of the other High Elf units advanced to where they needed to go. Just push the bolt throwers and the spear units here a bit further forward, and the 2 units of spears got into the swampy area with the reavers out wide. The archers and spears advanced a bit further onto the hill, and the silverhelms swung round on the outside. In response, the Dark Elves, crossbows and witch elves got into the farmyard area here. The 3 units of spears charged the 2 units of elven spears in the marshy, swampy area, and the cold one knights swung round and charged the reavers as well, taking 3 wounds as they charged in.
Okay, end of Dark Elf turn 2. So charge in here, they were driven back got some losses. Lost a unit of spears. The cold ones charged in a couple of rounds of combat. Did a lot of wounds in the first round, but then the second round was a draw. Both sides fell back. Turn 3, the elves about to begin.
And here's why High Elf command can be so dangerous, even though this actually came from the wizard. First order moved them forward out of 20 centimeters, but in charge range second order they passed with a 7 and are able to charge into the flank of the Cold One Knights there. Okay, so here's the elven turn. So the silver helms swinging around that flank. Archers moved forward. Combat continued in the middle here. Over here, the silver helms with the giant eagles advanced once, but failed to get the second order off and charge the dark riders on the hill there. So a couple of combats to be completed.
Okay, turn 3 from the High Elves. Shooting ineffective on that side. The spears have been driven back by the elven spears, who won the last round of combat. They would have 4 rounds of combat there now, and decided to retreat because the witch elves are nearby. Over here, the unit of Cold One's second unit managed to win the combat and drove back the silver helms. Archers advanced and they wavered, confused. My crossbowmen there, and also the bolt throwers were confused. So onto the Dark Elf turn. Okay, interesting turn 3. The Dark Riders drove back both the Giant Eagles and the Silver Helms. The Silver Helms, both units rolled a 6 and were wavered when they had to make way. Not much happening there. Witch Elves destroyed those last units of spears. A couple of rounds of combat, and here the Cold Ones have taken out one of the units of Silver Helms, and the other Cold One has retreated. Not a lot of action over here. So into turn 4.
Not a great deal of movement from the elves this turn. The giant eagles charged, catching the spears in the flank over here. The idea being to hopefully kill them. They've also had the hero on the giant eagle attach, kill them, and then push into the other ones. Over here, this combat was continued against the Cold One Knights into the ruminants of the Silver Helms. The bows charged forward into the flank of these Cold One Knights here, hoping to relieve the pressure on that unit. And the two Silver Helms were confused last turn, so unable to do anything this turn. And in response, the Dark Elves tried to attack the Silver Helms with everything they could. So 2 units of Dark Riders, spears charged into the front of this unit, and then the Witch Elves also tried to hit them from the flank. And again, the Dark Elves trying to use overwhelming force. So the other units of crossbows charged out on an initiative charge out this way. That is what opened up those other Witch Elves to charge the Silver Helms on the other side. The Harpies also charged into the Giant Eagles, as did the Cold One Knight, or he'd been charged maybe. No, he got confused. Not sure how that happened, but never mind. Over here, the Cold One had retreated from that last combat, had been followed up, and he was continuing to fight the Silver Helms over here. And at the top here, Witch Elves charged out of here, killed the last unit of Reavers there. They'd been unable to retreat previously. And after a couple of rounds of combat, all those combats were successful. So up at the top here, the Silver Helms 2 units were destroyed, and then the Giant Eagles were destroyed over here as well. And with the Reavers going, that broke the High Elf army. So result being 8.5 to 5 to the Dark Elves. Very good game though. Was close most of the way through. They were trading unit for unit. It was just the couple of charges where the Dark Elves were able to get multiple units involved here and here that were the difference. So next game up is going to be Chaos versus High Elves in a few days' time. So keep an eye out for that one. Anyway, that's all for this. It was a fun experiment. Enjoying getting the new armies out onto the table. So until next time, ka kite anō. Take care.